Like the shirt?
Thank you.
Shout out.
Be sure events.
Shout out. Okay. You gonna school see my boobs in?
Oh, sorry.
See. You just trying to take up the whole camera.
I just came and sat down. That's all I did.
Oh, okay. That'll work. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Taking the Stage podcast. Mm-hmm. We're recording, right? I think we're recording. Yeah, okay. Good. Poop, how was your day? How was your day today?
It was really good. We had breakfast together.
We did?
Got a little bit of work done. We went to like 1 million stores today.
3 billion stores, yes. Wait, why did we go to stores? What did you mean?
Why do we go to stores?
Why did we go to the stores today? What was the reasoning?
Oh,
tell the people. I know I was there.
We were looking for a new lawnmower and just some other household things. Yoga ball, batteries, food, regular stuff.
Yeah, usually we don't go to the store together. That's the reason. I mean, cause
that's always a good adventure for me and Mel.
Yeah, usually I go to the store just because of quarantine and all that. You know, I'd rather it just be me, and then in case something happens. So, yeah. I mean, today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
So I think today's episode. Well, first let's start off with you brought up an idea this past week or in the past couple of days about so we're trying to do our baby natural. Trying to do Steve the Third naturally, and you we're trying to find. Why are you laughing?
You're so bald right here.
First of all, I'm not. Okay, I burned my hair off a little. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast episode. But we're trying to find. You were trying to find like just black women who were doing a natural birth. Trying to find that on YouTube and kind of just to feel some comfort, some solace. Yeah. And you didn't find much.
I did not. I was very disappointed. You would think that now there would be more out there, like for the specific things that I was looking for, and there weren't.
So you decided that we're going to start our own...
like a mini series type of thing where we just kind of catalog how I'm feeling with the whole natural birth process or just birthing process in general, and just about the pregnancy and how we're feeling and everything, because I really didn't find, maybe I just didn't look hard enough, I don't know, but I didn't find anything that was useful to me.
And so what did you decide to name it?
What did I say earlier? Oh, wait. I said...
Outside Lemonade or something?
Oh, I said Backyard Lemonade.
Backyard Lemonade. I think that's...
Yeah, because I kind of feel like...
We're not spilling tea.
Yeah, we're not spilling tea. It's a little bit, lighter, on the lighter side. And also... I don't know. I just feel like that's where you have good conversation.
True. Very true. Very true.
And that's kind of what I want it to be like. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And so we'll start that next week as far as a mini series for ourselves and for others. I mean, just kind of sharing as a part of ourselves. So,
and I know a whole bunch of pregnant people right now. So I can always ask them questions and give their answers.
Spill the tea is what you want to say. That's what you want to say. So this episode, I want us to talk a little bit about, babe, when we got married, there's a lot. There was a lot.
Man,
there was a lot getting.
It
was a lot going into it. It was a lot getting there to start. It was a lot in the aftermath. It was just quite a bit. And so I want us to talk about it. I want us to talk about it to our family, to our folk, and talk about it to ourselves. Just kind of get that out there. And so I want.
You know what's crazy? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I put on this shirt today, not even thinking that this was the topic.
Wait.
So, I just looked at it. I was like, okay, how apropos.
Fair warning. This is Paige's topic. She brought this up in the first place. She said, okay, well, she wants to, how about we bring up our wedding story and then everything that goes along with it. And she wore this shirt, not even thinking.
No, I was just trying to run to the store.
Oh, wait, where's the shirt? Shout out.
Where is the shirt?
No, what's the shirt from?
Oh, from Beachery Events.
Shout out.
She also,
we just gonna get to that. We'll go here.
Is a person who pretty much did everything for our wedding. So we'll get into that.
Shout out, Britt.
Yes.
But, yes. So, okay, our wedding story. Well, first, before we get to our wedding story, the actual, wedding part of it, there's a lot build up. There's a build up to that. So, the first thing I have on the docket is,
oh goodness,
our first proposal.
Steven.
Okay, no, wait. I mean, that's a part of the wedding story, Paige. That's a part of the wedding story.
Okay.
So, our first proposal. I met Paige when she was a freshman in college. I was a junior. And when we met her first week of college. And by October, November, I think it was November-ish, I decided, listen, it's about that time. We're going to get married. I'm going to marry you. And we're going to have kids, and I don't care what nobody else say. So I proposed in the middle of the parking lot on North Campus. And Paige declined. Let's just say Paige declined.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't like a traditional proposal.
It was not. You're right.
We were it just came up in conversation. I realized that you were being really serious. Mm-hmm. And I was like, first of all, I wasn't even 18 yet.
You were not?
And I kind of feel like if my first thought was, my mom is going to kill me, I probably shouldn't be deciding to get married, right?
Hey. To each his own.
Like, that was my first thought. I'm like, she did not send me to school to, come and find a husband. Well, I don't know. Maybe she did. But I knew she wanted me to get my education.
She definitely wanted that, yes.
So there was no way that I could go back and tell her that the first person I met at school, I ended up marrying, which I still did.
Yes, you did.
And I was not even 18.
Well, I think the reason I love to tell that part of it is because of how, well, first it kind of summarizes who we are as people, and okay, well, I'm a like, even if I meet somebody today, I'll fall for you today. Like, okay, you know what, I believe you right now, and I'll go all in because you know what, it sounds good. You're more apprehensive right off the bat, like, I don't really know you like that. I'm not really going.
I gotta feel you out first.
Yeah, and so, but it kind of it's a microcosm of who we are when we first meet people. But in saying that, I mean, we were both all in. It was just kind of, it's the same thing. It's kind of, we have different approaches to how we dealt with each other from the get go, even though we were both all in, but also how we deal with life. Honestly, it's kind of. I'm just, okay, you know what? We're gonna make this happen. Paige like, but how we gonna make it happen?
It's like those love stories in the movies, except our roles are reversed.
Wait, what love stories?
It's like
explain.
Freaky Friday meets The Notebook.
Yeah.
Well, not Freaky Friday, but like think of like the quintessential like love story, and then just like switch our roles. That's how it would be. Like I would be more like apprehensive, like how the man always is.
Yeah. And the woman's just fall over. Yeah.
Wide open heart.
Yes.
First type of person like the woman is.
Definitely. Okay. So wait. So, okay. Another part of our wedding story. And again, it's a story. So this is, there's parts to it. How long were we together before we got married? You can't, Paige. You can't yawn. We're on a podcast.
Sorry.
You can't yawn. How long was it going? You can't do that, Paige.
Sorry. I always forget because I'm like, it feels like casual conversation.
I'm about to say we just shoot the breeze.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that on the podcast. That's definitely not allowed.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's step one.
Well,
don't yawn.
It was either that or I was gonna burp because this baby
didn't burp then, child.
Terrible heartburn right now. But yeah, it would be like 6, 7 years.
7.5, yes. 7.5 years. Okay, so yeah, so we were together for 7.5, almost 8 years before I proposed, and then I think it was 8.5 years when we got married. So 08, and then not 17. Well, yeah, 8.5, I guess. Yeah, 17. Okay.
Well, that wouldn't have been. Well, man, I don't know what the math is because it was like 16 when you proposed, and then 17 we got married.
Yeah, so that's 8.5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It would have been 9 years that year if it would have been in September of that year. We got married in May. So yeah, it would have been 9 years. But the time leading up to that, like, how did you feel as far as because I know how women work as far as the pettiness of, okay, listen, y'all been together for a while. So, I mean, how did that work with the people that you knew at least? Or was that even a thing? Or, because I know like with guys, it's like, nigga, y'all been together. So y'all been married, right? Like in guys' heads, y'all have already been married. But was that a thing? Or did that even come up? Or
it depends. It was mostly like with family that it was a thing. Because like within my friend groups, we were like the first people to be married.
True, yeah.
And then on top of that, we were the only couple who was together for a long time in a healthy relationship. Right. So there was really nothing there, like as far as friendship went. But more like family stuff, it was like, okay, now it's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, and that's the crazy part because like and I guess we've been together for that long that it seems like all of our friends are kind of in the same group now in our heads. But with our friends, it never came up. It was kind of, wait, y'all not married yet? Or it like someone would have to ask that question because we've been together for so long, but we've been together like in the group groups that we were in. So like, okay, with this group or that group, it was more of, that's Staige. That's you talking about Steve Paige? Like it was we were synonymous, you know.
They're the ones who came up with stage of taking the stage.
Yeah. And so, but okay, so in knowing that we were together for that long, now okay, the lead up to the actual wedding, how was the proposal? The not the original proposal, but
the proposal.
The proposal. How did that go?
I enjoyed it, of course. Well,
what happened, Paige?
Okay, I will say I wish it was a little bit earlier in the day because, you know, I was very tired.
Here she go.
But I could kind of tell that you were acting a little weird.
Wait. Before the day of the proposal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Before that day. I'm talking about leading up to that. It's a.
When am I starting?
Okay. Starting with December of that year.
Oh, so yeah, we went to go and pick out rings.
Right.
So I could give you options because you know the type of girl I am.
Yes, 100%. You can give me options.
I know exactly.
I could give you options. I was like, okay, pick the ring out that you want. I'm not crazy.
I knew I knew exactly the ring that I picked out. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. And sorry, I thought I heard Mel. And I remember you just like randomly stopped by my job one day, and I was like, okay, that's weird because you like never really did that. And then literally like the next day, we were like watching TV late at night one night, and we were getting ready to go to bed. And you said, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." And I was like, "All right, well, hurry up because I'm tired." So you came back and like got down on one knee, and I was like, "What is going on?" And it was like 1:30 in the morning or something like that. And then after we like kissed and cried and all that stuff, you wanted to call like our parents and friends and stuff. I'm like, by this time it's 2 o'clock in the morning. No one is up. If you were still like.
Hey, they answered the call?
Some people did.
Most of them did.
Yeah.
They were up.
But you were very like, you've always been a very like intense, passionate type of person. So I was like, there's really no way that I'm going to talk him out of this. And that was that. And then after that, you told me, you was like, well, that's not really what I had planned on doing. It's just I couldn't wait any longer. And I was like, I don't even know if I ever asked you what you had planned on doing.
I didn't. There was no plan. It was you picked it out on a Wednesday or Thursday, and like you made it official because we went there twice. I think the original time we went there, you were kind of just scoping out what rings you wanted, and then that Wednesday or Thursday, you actually decided, okay, this is the one I wanted. And by that Saturday night, I was just like, there is. I can't. We had been together for 8.5 years or 7.5 years, whatever it was. I forgot how long it was, but I waited long enough to not to let you know how much I love you, but it's kind of this was a stamp of you know this, right? And so I wanted you to. It was kind of a reminder, babe. We in this for forever. Mm-hmm. That type of thing. So, clapping. Mm-hmm. But I just want, that's what the proposal was. It was kind of everybody, like, we're a Staige. So we've been together for forever and we're going to be. So it's not like it's never a thing, I guess, outside of this. It's just...
there was like moment, never a question about our relationship. So
yeah, that moment was just kind of I wanted to make sure that you knew. Yeah, this is. I don't know. I'm emotional, man. Stop trying to make me all emotional.
Yeah, again. I guess it wasn't. It really wasn't like. I don't think anyone was like, oh, like this is gonna completely change them. It was just everybody was just like, all right, what's next?
That's exactly what it was. Oh yay! Okay, so when the wedding, when y'all having kids, like that was always the next step for everyone else's thoughts in our head. But to us, it was kind of we gonna do it in our own time, and whenever we get married, we get married. So it's okay. So what? The venue that we chose. No, it's not ironic, but it's a little bit apropos. That we chose a venue not in New Orleans, which is where we're from, which is where we were raised. I can't say born and raised, which is where we were raised. We chose a venue outside of that. Why did we choose that venue, and what was the reason behind that, and kind of what was the approach to that? Why did we choose the venue that we did? Why did we decide on that?
Well, to go back a little bit, when we started wedding planning, we didn't really know where to start, and so we decided to hire a wedding planner, B. Cherie.
Shout out, Brittany. Britt.
And she, of course, works in that industry, and so she gave us like a list of different venues that were popular around the city and surrounding areas. And so from that list, we kind of chose maybe like 4 or 5 places that we liked. And we, called around, of course, looking for pricing and different dates that they had available and things like that. And then when we got to the venue we chose, the venue we ended up choosing, I think I liked it because it was just this this romantic feeling, and there were different options of.
I'm sorry.
There are different options for the ballrooms you could choose. They had the outside ceremony area with the lighting that you wanted.
With the overlooking.
Mm-hmm. And I really did. I like the food choices because you didn't have to choose like 6 of 30 appetizers. They made everything that they offered on the list. So that was more than enough for everybody to eat, regardless of your food preferences. And then I like that the actual spot we chose, the room we did, in the middle of like the ballroom area, there was this like waterfall in the middle where people could sit around it's like brick waterfall.
Or dance around.
Or dance around. Or get your hair caught on fire like which Calm did.
We're going to bring that up. We got plenty of time.
But yeah, it was like dimly lit and it was just very romantic and it was mildly low key. Kind of like us. It's like when we do things, it's more of like on an intimate scale, but then there's like some little sprinkles of extravagance in it. So I think that's why I really liked that spot.
Yeah, and I think so a lot of times, like often people will think New Orleans and think, oh, that's the prime spot for someone to get married and have their bachelorette party, and then you have this old school or kind of the mic picks that up, Paige. Oh. But you have this kind of rustic feel of, okay, well, I'm getting married in New Orleans, and you see the buildings and the Robert E. Lee, and you get married downtown and or uptown, and that feel of where, and we never really necessarily wanted to get married in New Orleans. It was kind of...
Yeah, I didn't even know that you were thinking along those lines.
No, I know people do. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
The fact... I mean, Megan... Look where we stay now. Megan married in a big place. It didn't... I could not care less where we got married. Mm-hmm. I was trying to marry... You ain't hit the beginning? I was trying to marry you wherever.
Been trying to lock this down.
I've been trying. Anyway, but and so I know that's a lot of times where people's minds go to when they think, oh, y'all from New Orleans. Well, of course y'all got married here, or y'all had this type of ceremony, or that wasn't for us. It was kind of, okay, well, we wanted to be about us and this union, and which is, it's always been about that. So kind of, I think our venue choice and our I don't know what it was,
just like the wedding planner and our coordinator
choice, coordinator, yeah, our coordinator choice also symbolized that. So now to...
I know I stressed her out.
Oh yeah, wait, okay.
I did.
We're going there Rick. Now. Okay. You stressed me and her out. Let's start there. Now it's her job, and it's not my job as well. Mm-hmm. But, and I was gonna get to that in a second. But let's just go straight to it.
Oh goodness, go to what?
Paige. Okay, I told Paige, number one, I'm never getting married again, and not because I don't want to be with somebody else. I'm never getting married again because a wedding.
Hold up, you better not want to be with nobody else.
What, Paige? I'm trying to make a point. A wedding planning is exhausting.
You barely did anything. What you talking?
the entire year and a half is all about the wedding. Mm-hmm. I come home from work, every single question is about the wedding. And that, listen, I got a child and one on the way. When I come home, I know it's about the child. I know.
All, wait. I was planning this wedding while I was at work.
I know, but let me finish my thought. I have a child and one on the way. And I know when I come home, everything's about the child. Mm-hmm. I know that. Everything's about the child on the way. I know that. Still, the wedding is one day. Them children is, that's for years and years and years. And I can look forward to, oh, you're right. You're right. I gotta, think about what she's gonna be next year, next time, that wedding day is one day. But it's a year and a half of just, what you say? You're right. Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, no, the white, the cream white looks better than the pale white. Yeah, you're right. It's no shade, babe. Why are you looking at me like that? It's no shade. I'm just saying the process is exhausting.
Yes. Do you know that I was exhausted?
No, I know you were. I'm just saying that's why I would never want to be in that position again. That's all I was saying.
Compared to the things that I could have asked of you during that time, I really didn't ask too much of you.
Babe, no one said you did. No one said you asked too little or too much. I'm just saying I don't want to do that process again.
I don't either. I want to go back to the wedding night, though.
Okay, well, we get into the wedding night. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet, Paige.
The reception.
We're building. We ain't got to reception yet. Let's build. Let's build.
That's my favorite part of any wedding.
Let's build. It is. That's your favorite. You love going to weddings for the reception. You like, hey, y'all married? Where's the reception at? Because I want the food.
I just like the food and the dancing.
You love the food and dancing. You do. Okay. Well, we're going to build to that. We're going to build to that. But before we get to that part of ours, in preparation of typical weddings, there is what they call a bachelorette and bachelor party. That's what this called. So there's some type of, hang with your girls, hang with your guys situation. I'll start with mine. The bachelor party that I had. As you can tell, I'm a square. I'm not a bachelor guy, bachelor party type of guy. My friends took me out to a club that had women there.
Bands of me good dance.
I'm not a fan.
No.
Let's just say it did not end well. The night did not end well. We'll move on. How was yours, babe? How was your bachelorette party?
No, tell me about the strip club.
Paige.
I'm joking.
I gave as much as I could. Okay.
I could probably imagine you at a strip club, and you probably would not be fun.
The guys had fun. I'm almost certain they did.
I know, they told me.
See? Not this guy. Anywho. How was yours, babe? How was your bachelorette party?
I had a good time. Well, it was a little bittersweet. Only because the day of my bachelorette party was the same day that Uncle Billy died.
Oh, yeah.
I got to work that morning, and halfway through my work day, I got the news about him passing. Mm-hmm. And so I really didn't even want to go.
Yeah.
But you and my mom were like, no, you should go and have a good time. So it was just bittersweet. I mean, everything was beautiful though. They got the hotel room. It was decorated really nicely. I like the food layout. I don't know. I'm just a detailed type of person. So when people put in effort to do those small things, everything was same color scheme. I think Randy made these different cocktails, and they all had different names that she made up. Yeah. My one request was that I didn't have any strippers, and I didn't want anything with penises all on it. I don't like stuff like
we
that.
allowed to say that on the potty page? Penises?
Well, I was about to say D-I-C-K, but I ain't say that either.
Okay. We're going to cut that part out. We're going to cut it out.
And I didn't want, that type of party. And so I didn't have that. It was just classy until it wasn't.
Right.
We went out.
Downtown New Orleans.
Yeah, went out downtown. And I had a good time. But it's just, I still had the loss like in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. So it was just good to like be out and have a good time with my girlfriends. And to kind of sort of like get my mind off of that.
Yeah.
But all in all, everything was good. And then we had brunch the next day. I love brunch.
Well, we talked about that in the last party. Yes. You're a brunch woman, for sure.
But, yeah. Oh, that night, it was so funny. You remember when you dropped me off at the hotel and we were getting out the car and this little girl and her mom were getting in the car behind us and she was like, oh, that's a princess, because I had on the tiara, like the bachelorette stuff. And she asked me to take a picture. That was cute. I was like, this little girl's going to grow up and be like, wife to be or whatever that thing said.
Right. And so now that we've built. Okay, so night before the actual day. How was what did y'all do the night before, day before? Like, what did y'all do?
Well, you remember the night before, or was it 2 nights before? The night before, we wanted like our whole wedding party to be together, so we all went to.
That was 2 nights before.
Yeah, we all went downtown.
Yeah. Well, we all went and hung out. I remember that part. But
sorry, I can't yawn on the podcast.
You can't yawn on the podcast. You're right.
So we got as many people in our wedding party as possible to come together. We all met downtown.
But that was 2 nights before.
Yes. No, that was the night before.
No, it wasn't the night before. Because the night before.
That was the night before, because I remember.
Oh, we did it early. Yeah, you're right. We did it early.
Yeah, it was early in the day.
Yeah, early the night before. You're right.
That was the night that your brother saw Cuba Gooding Jr. like really drunk. And I was like, dang, it's like 8 o'clock.
Hey, we can't say that on the podcast.
Oh, sorry.
That was the night my brother interacted with the celebrity. And
everybody knows how that
we all enjoyed ourselves that night. Okay. But yeah, no, so we got both wedding what's it called? Wedding parties.
The whole wedding party.
The whole wedding party together. And
and I was looking so raggedy, like I still had my pin curls in for the next day, but I did not care because I was not messing up my hair for that.
Yeah, I mean,
you remember I had
but
those
we didn't even stay out that long. We was kind of.
We really didn't. It was just like a meet and greet thing.
Yeah.
But you remember I had those pin curls for church too.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Because we had church earlier that day, and I had them pin curls tight.
I remember, like, actual. You know how circles go? No, this is not ain't no ovals. No, this is a perfect circle. Anyway.
But that night it was relaxing, I guess.
Yeah, what did y'all do that night? I mean,
we didn't do anything like. Who stayed in the hotel with me? I think it was just like Ashley and Randy. I want to say, or just Randy. I believe it was Ashley and Randy.
Okay.
Or maybe Ashley, Randy, and Maya. I forget. But yeah, one thing I really didn't want was to be like drunk or hungover or any of that type of stuff, like normal stuff that you hear around wedding weekends. I did not want that for me. And so I wasn't really like drinking at all during that time. And on top of that, I didn't want like my stomach to be upset or to get sick or anything. Because I feel like when you have those once in a lifetime moments or like those special days, that's when like anything that could go wrong will go wrong. So I was like, I'm not gonna get to that. Right. I'm not gonna eat anything funny. I'm not gonna drink anything funny. I'm not gonna drink heavily. I'm just gonna, relax and chill and like everybody else enjoy this time, because my end goal is different from everyone else's end goal.
Yeah. And I want a similar thing. it was a bunch of guys. I don't really get guy time, so
y'all was tore up.
First of all, we were not tore up. We did have our choice of beverages throughout the day and throughout that day and night.
Our apartment was like trashed when we got back. I was like,
that's a fact.
What did y'all do in there?
So what happened was Paige and we got a hotel room, and all the ladies would stay by, whoever wanted to stayed.
Yeah, it was a hotel room that was near the venue.
Yeah,
because the venue was like 45 minutes away from
us.
Yeah,
from our apartment, and so but all the guys, whoever wanted to, stayed by us as well. Now we had people come out of town as well, so everybody stayed by us essentially. And yeah, it was our apartment was trashed. By the end of the night.
Because that's where y'all got ready and stuff too, because y'all didn't get ready
and
in
the next morning. Yeah, exactly. The next morning, everybody got ready by us. So whoever didn't stay there that night came over in the morning and decided to indulge and have beverages and get ready over there, and the entire place was trashed. Yeah, you're right. But as far as the day before, just like I told someone recently, I think I told Shane, before I give a message at church, I'm as nervous as can be. And so that day I was clearly... You
talking about the day of?
Yeah, the night before, but also leading up to. So the day
of.
The
night at the bar?
Huh?
The night before was with everybody before we went to the hotel?
I'm just talking about the actual night before.
Oh, after we left?
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual night. So that was like in the evening. Yeah. That was the night. But the night before and leading up to the day of. I was as nervous as can be because I've planned my life, wanting to be a husband, and I'm about to be that. And so it's kind of, you get nervous, you get scared, you get, it's just anxiety builds, in that moment. And so, there's I guess we can bring it up now. Infamous picture of me just thinking right before I walk out to my intro, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Is it called the intro? I don't know what it's called.
I think it's the processional.
I don't know what that is. Right before I walk out to the actual wedding, and I'm sitting there like this. Well, if you on the podcast, you can't see me, but I'm holding my hands together, and just my fingers are touching, and I have it close to my face, just thinking, and I'm just thinking really hard, and in the background is Paige's grandmother, and she's just looking like, that's my grandson. He got this. Like that. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head when I see that picture. It's just kind of me holding my fingertips together, thinking very hard, like, okay, I'm about to do this. This is actually a thing. And grandma just looking over me like, you got this. You good. That's my grandson.
She always said you was her favorite grandson-in-law.
Those are her exact words.
Or grandson. I didn't know that you have another grandson.
I wasn't going to say
multiple.
As long as you said it, I wasn't going to say it. But yeah, so leading up to the actual day of, I was as nervous as ever. And so I had libations, sure. I was hanging out with the guys trying to feel normal, but I just didn't, because I knew what my life was going to be after this day. It wasn't going to be the same as it was beforehand. So
I think leading up to that day, I was just like running around like a crazy person, like just tying up loose ends.
Go ahead.
Like, I remember Brittany calling me like, the flowers for the bouquets didn't come in and da-da-da, so we can use this as substitute. I was like, girl, that's fine, whatever. Like, by the end, you're just like, whatever we have, whatever we don't, we don't.
Yes.
Because at this point, I'm exhausted. Like, running back and forth to the printers, making sure the programs were done, people still asking if they can bring people. Like, I don't think people really care that you're the bride or the groom during that time. Even though I said direct all questions to Randy, Maya, or Brittany, my phone was still blowing up.
Mm-hmm. Again, the process is exhausting. Mm-hmm. And I don't wish that on anybody. Because we was trying to have a small wedding, honestly.
Yeah, but we try to do everything small, and it always.
Then we said that, and we had how many people in our wedding party each?
12.
Was it 12?
And a possible.
I must say it was like 13, 14.
It was 13.
13 each.
Yeah.
Ooh, chile.
Well, because it was more like 10 and 2 ushers.
Yeah, but I mean that can be exhausting for anybody, and we're not even mentioning our parents and grandparents. Mm-hmm. So like, it's an exhausting process. It just is. Just like trying to get, and this is just a microcosm, but trying to get you and Mel together for church to match, or me and Mel together for church to match on a specific day. That's exhausting. That's just one weekend. Imagine doing that for 30, 40 people. Trying to get all of us to match for one day to get
and
to
get
one
control of all those people.
Oh my goodness.
And like the makeup schedule.
Wait, to get them there together. Wait. We had somebody that was in the wedding. No names mentioned. In the wedding that showed up like 2 minutes before we started. Like, no, legit, 2 minutes before we started. Let's just praise the Most High. All right, shout out. Okay. Another thing I want to bring up is our vows.
Okay.
How did your process go as far as your vows? How did that go as far as what you said to me that day? Just saying, okay, you know what? This is my dude. Well, how'd your process go, and then what did you say or summarize me?
I always got emotional writing my vows because you want it to be like very personal, because this is like your one chance to like well, not really one chance, but like in front of everybody, professing your love and everything. Right. But then you also don't want it to be like too personal, because it's like you're in front of everyone. So
the deets don't really
yeah. So I don't know, it's hard bearing your soul like that in front of a whole bunch of people. And
so what was your summary, or kind of what did you say?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back. I probably said a lot, but my mic went out, remember?
Yeah. I mean, I can hear you, but yeah, everybody.
Yeah, you heard me, but I don't think many people heard me. Yeah. Unless you were sitting like right in the front, because my mic went out.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't have any jokes like you did.
Go ahead. You have anything else? Because I'm going to get to the jokes since you brought it up.
Go ahead.
So, well, at least my process was, so I'm already emotional.
But you're good with words too. And so I already knew yours was going to be really good. Yeah.
She always complains that anytime we do posts, you post something about, okay, Mel, and it's her first birthday or whatever.
Like we do like same day posts.
She like, man, I know you're going to outdo me, but whatever. Anyway, I'm a, not a wordsmith, but I'm emotional. So my words, I don't know. I'm good with my words. I don't know. Anyway, but so how I did my vows is, because I'm so emotional, I knew if I wrote them beforehand, I would be in my feelings, as one would say. I thought if I wrote them beforehand. So I decided to write them day of, like an hour before. I already knew what I wanted to say. And then I had some Crown Apple as well that same day.
Some?
No, that day I had some. So, my big reference which I stand by, my big reference in the vows was, have y'all seen the movie Sandlot? Sandlot? Y'all seen it? You know Sandlot. No?
Get to it.
You killing me, Smalls? You know. Anyway, I ain't even gonna get to it. Go ahead. Do you remember?
Forever.
In the movie Sandlot, they he mentions the phrase forever. And so he says that a couple times throughout the movie. Well, that was mine. I was trying to say, I'm going to be with you forever. I thought it was clever at the time. I still stand by it.
Everybody liked it. Everybody was cracking up. I should have done the one from Little Rascals.
You watched the movie maybe twice.
What? The Little Rascals?
Yeah, okay. When's the last time you watched Little Rascals?
It's been a minute.
When's the last time I watched Sandlot?
But that comes on all the time.
We don't have cable. No, it doesn't.
They just put the Little Rascals on Netflix.
They just put Sandlot on what?
I don't know.
My point is
Sandlot like that.
It's on Hulu. I've watched it plenty of times. I was trying to make a comparison. Anyway. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna be with you forever. I think that was a good reference, and
people still quote that.
And I still brought up the, you're killing me, Smalls reference in the vows. But okay. Well, I thought it was funny, Paige. Now, there were some other things that occurred during. We're not gonna mention no names. During our,
I know where you're going with this.
Our vows to each other, and during our wedding. A few things that occurred. Genesis, my niece Genesis, refused. No, Lil Shane. Lil Shane refused to walk down the aisle by himself. So we had to give him chicken nuggets to bribe him, essentially.
Mm-hmm. All in the pictures, eating nuggets.
All in our wedding pictures, eating chicken nuggets. Another thing.
He was cute in his tux, though.
Both of our grandparents were not seated exactly where we thought they would be. I thought they would be in the front.
They were in the front.
They weren't sitting directly in front. They were in the second row. From what I remember.
Who's in the front? Who were in the front? Our parents?
Yeah.
Oh.
But there was one specific thing that occurred that no one will ever forget about our wedding.
Bro.
Would you like to say it, or should I?
Oh, well, one of my bridesmaids.
One of our very, very close friends.
Very close friends.
She's probably the closest to Mel outside of immediate family.
Yeah, she definitely loves Mel. But, in the middle of the ceremony.
Wait, what? Okay. Beforehand.
Oh, beforehand. Okay, so, the type of person I am, I gave every single detail of what everyone needed to look like and get to show up for the wedding. Because I didn't want a million questions, even though I still got a million questions. Down to fingernail polish color, style of the hair, what I wanted the shoes to look like and everything. And I specifically said, make sure you try on your shoes, break them in, so you won't have any surprises the day of the ceremony, the day of the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't try on her shoes. And she didn't eat.
She didn't eat that day.
And there was like wine. I think they were giving us champagne and stuff, but I didn't have any of that.
No, she said she didn't drink any of that either.
She said she had a little bit.
Oh, okay.
The ceremony was outside, and she passed out. Now, the funny part
she passed out in the middle of me giving my vows.
Yeah. The funny part was...
Wait. First, let's at least acknowledge the fact that she's okay.
Oh, yeah, she's okay now.
Nothing happened during that time, so...
I know. It would be sad if we had to be like... Oh, yeah,
I know, but I mean, we have to say that part because, she passed out, but, like, she was okay. It's just kind of, she got lightheaded. Mm-hmm. And just kind of, but go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was looking outside.
No, that was... Yeah.
So... I forgot what it was. She passed out, and all of my bridesmaids were standing behind me, so I didn't see what happened. I just saw everyone's reaction, and we had like almost 200 people there, and I just hear everyone like
gasp.
Yeah, and then I see groomsmen start flying past me, and I'm like, I know these heifers are not running from a bee. I'm thinking it's bugs or something behind me.
I misspoke. This was during your
during my vows, and the mic had already gone out.
Yeah.
So, so I had stopped and everything. So I'm thinking they're like running from like a bee or something. And then that's when I see some of the groomsmen, like people come like running over. And I turn around, she's like splat on the ground.
First of all, you didn't have to say it like that. Okay. She wasn't splat on the ground.
She was.
But they did carry her off and make sure she was okay. They took her to the bridal suite. Bridal suite. Mm-hmm. Just to make sure she was okay. But she was. It was just
like right after the ceremony was over, they were like, well, this is where y'all need to go next. This is what's about to happen. We were like, no. Where is our friend? Bring us to her. And we were like checking on her and everything. Yeah. And she was like just very apologetic. And we were like, girl, as long as you straight, nobody cares about that.
But that's the type of person she is. She literally forgot about herself in that moment because she didn't, like, she was so concerned about our well-being and our wedding being good that, she just forgot to think about herself in that moment. So
yeah,
and that's what we did for her. We was kind of just making sure she was okay. But it is a momentous.
People was cracking jokes. They made memes. Everything.
People was making memes, Paige. You made memes.
Not about that.
Yes, you did.
No, that was the bros making all the memes and them jokes.
You made a meme too.
I was laughing at them.
Okay, so I want to bring up so after we actually got married and we were official, some of the things that occurred after our actual wedding that were I guess they come to mind when I think about our wedding. And one of those things was the pictures afterwards. So after we got married, the photographer said, okay, we're going to take pictures, and there's a huge staircase. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right next to the wedding, or in the wedding. Yeah,
they let everybody walk in. Like all the guests. Visitors, yeah, they let all of our guests walk in. So we could have some private time to take photos and stuff with our photographer, and get family photos and everything, and with the wedding party and stuff. So I really like how they separated everyone, and we were able to do that. Also, I forgot about that. Do you remember before we even had the wedding, we were able to get like a private tour of how everything was set up without seeing anybody in there, just so that we could see what the finished product was of Brittany's work. Do you remember that?
No.
But yeah, they let us walk around. Well, at least I went to see it. I was allowed to go and, see it and everything.
I just don't remember it. Maybe I did, but I don't remember it.
But yeah, the photos were good. I like the staff that they had there. There was like a coordinator for the groomsmen, a coordinator for all the bridesmaids and everything, and like whatever they needed, like drinks, food, whatever. There were people there for them. We had our own separate person who was checking on us the whole time.
Yeah, but I was trying to get mainly to those pictures that we took right after the wedding. I think just stand out in my mind only because, number one, those are some of the rest in peace, but some of the last pictures that we had with Grandma.
Yeah. And
so those stand out for sure because I cherish those moments. Those few pictures that we had with her during that time, and then also because it was so many of us.
Her birthday would have been tomorrow.
Shout out. Yeah, her passing is coming up.
It passed. You talking about Paul?
No, yeah, I was thinking about Paul. Yeah. Thinking about Paul. But but also just how many, because we had so many people in the wedding party, having that picture of all those people that we had.
That was so pretty.
That's what that's what I was trying to get to, is kind of just thinking about that picture, or those pictures. I can just see, dang, I really love every single one of those humans that were there. Still, rocks
every
with them
single person
till this day. And so, and I was trying to think when I think about our wedding, that's a part of that comes with the package, as far as just thinking about our.
Yeah, because some people are like, how did y'all have so many people? But every time I would say the same thing. It's like, that day would not have been the same without those people.
Without any of
being
them.
there. Yeah. Like,
if one was missing, it would be like, dang, I wish I would have had them there. And so, but I was just making sure we highlighted every single. We're not going to say all the names. We're not doing names.
First of all, I don't think we have time to say all the names.
About 50, 11 of y'all. Whatever it was. Okay, so after we took the pictures, then we they gave us a few moments, just us by ourselves, decompress a little bit and eat for sure. And it's even on a balcony, so we can kind of see everybody else enjoying themselves.
Yeah, you see everybody dancing and engaging and stuff like that. And
then we come downstairs and the food, the reception. Now it's party mode.
My favorite part. Well, we got to see our wedding party come in.
Oh yeah, one by one. Yep, or 2 by 2.
Excuse me. And then they introduced us, and we had like our first dance and all that. And then the old nasty garter toss.
Wait. Before that.
What?
Before the garter toss, we walked around and said hi to everybody and got the cake and all that.
No, I thought we did the garter thing and the bouquet before we walked around.
Okay, maybe I'm missing it. It was 10 years ago. I don't know however long it was ago.
So
I said 10. It was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah. So they
You can't yawn on a potty, Paige. Go ahead.
So we had to do the garter thing. Do you remember that? I was like, oh man, this is so awkward.
No, it was awkward for you. I was very comfortable. I was very comfortable.
Of course you were comfortable. You were all up under my dress.
Bore my soul to people I know, don't know, I'm close to, not close to. I was good.
Well, it was weird sitting in a chair with you in between my legs, and I'm looking at like your grandmother, my grandmother,
first of all, no one told you to look at
mother.
Them. First of all,
my mother.
No one told you to look at them. I'm right here. Look at me. Nobody told you to look at them.
And then you got people hyping it up. I was like, oh man.
Well, okay, so I was a huge rugger, and so all of my rugby friends, including my friends from high school and my brother, they hyping me up. So, yeah.
Making things so awkward. Like, no. I know that I'm very
Paige,
comfortable.
We're officially married.
Ain't but the thing is, I'm comfortable with, like, talking about sex and stuff like that. But
around older people, she's not.
Yeah, like. So that was really weird. That was really weird. But, and Ashley was about to take somebody out for that bouquet.
Oh my goodness! Okay. We're not supposed to mention names, Paige.
Sorry.
My cousin, is okay. Let's just say she's competitive, and she didn't really do sports when she was growing up. So she's competitive in the most awkward ways. One of which is bouquet toss at a wedding. That's her thing. You're not going to beat her. She's also about 5'11". You're not going to beat her. So, she definitely was very into the she won. She got it. She got the bouquet at the wedding. Let's put it like that. Mm-hmm. Is that a fair way to say it?
Mm-hmm. So after all that was over, we walked around, had pictures with everybody. Mm-hmm. I think that's the only thing that like kind of irritated me. Yeah. I was like, I'm only doing one circle around with everybody.
And we barely got time to do that.
Right. It's like everybody want to talk to you. Everybody's pulling you a million different ways. I enjoyed myself. There were a few songs that I was like going all out to,
Yeah.
But after that, are we done?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Next thing.
Oh, so after that, we had a hotel back in New Orleans, and we had the limo.
Go ahead. I just want to see what you're gonna say about this limo, or the ride at least.
Oh, as soon as we got into the limo, I went straight to sleep.
Directly to sleep. Directly to sleep. So, all right, I see y'all. Out.
I was so tired.
Wait. Sorry. I apologize. You did not go directly to sleep. You took a video.
Oh yeah, I took a Snapchat
of what
video.
the limo looked like.
And
as soon as that video ended.
No, I had one glass of champagne.
Half a glass.
Well, yeah.
And then directly to sleep.
See,
now, again, 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes from where we were to the actual. So I was like, all right, for sure. All right, I'm gonna finish your glass and mine because clearly nothing's happening now.
Tired.
You were exhausted. I was too, but I was like, I thought it was a honeymoon.
See, that's the thing.
Oh no!
Like,
okay.
if I could go back, I would turn up way more than I did. I just think that I was just so
anxious.
Yeah, about everything to the point where I was just completely drained. Yeah. By the end. Yeah. And so I don't know. Maybe if I did have me a couple of libations, I could have just enjoyed it. Or, been a little more relaxed.
Yeah, well, I must say you enjoyed it, but yeah, relaxed. Yeah, that's the right words. But yeah, so it took us 45 minutes there. Paige is sleeping in the limo. I'm trying not to go to sleep because I'm like, well, actually, so a part of it was that some of our friends who came from out of town decided, okay, well, since y'all got a hotel, we just gonna stay by y'all in the hotel
on our wedding night.
On our wedding night, and we just like, all right. Well, luckily we had a suite. So it was.
They upgraded us. They upgraded our suite when we got to the hotel, which was really nice.
And so we were. It was 2 rooms. It was like a room, a kitchenette.
A room, like this.
Yeah, they had like a hallway and everything. So we were good as far like they had a. It was a whole living room that people could stay in, and then they had the actual bedroom part of it with the hallway in between. And so we were like, oh yeah, sure, y'all come up. And so. After we got there, I was like, Paige, come on, let's go upstairs. We got people here. We're trying to, enjoy it's our wedding night. You know what I mean? Trying to, she went upstairs. she went to the room and went straight to sleep.
First of all, we both went to sleep because.
Okay, hold on. You didn't hear what I said. You went straight to sleep. I had to, hang out with our guests. We had guests at our hotel the night. So I didn't. I mean, that's that. So
I went straight to sleep.
You went directly to sleep, though.
I'm glad I didn't fall asleep in my wedding gown.
You didn't, only because Randy helps you out. Oh, we're not supposed to say names. Diesel helped you out. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it was a lot of parts to that thing.
So we hung out afterwards, and then. Well, I hung out afterwards, and there was an infamous picture of when I finally went to sleep. People were still there. I was like, I'm done too, actually.
And we were both fully clothed.
Both fully clothed in our wedding garbs. Is it clothes?
We had on regular clothes by then.
I didn't have my tux?
No.
I don't know. I was exhausted.
Our stuff was hanging up.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Well, I know yours. I remember mine was. Yours wasn't hanging up. Yours was on like a chair or something. Anyway, I just remember the picture of us being clearly knocked out, and because some of my friends were like, "Yeah, we took a picture, y'all. We leaving. All right,
but
we gonna come back. We gonna have breakfast in the morning.
We got up early the next day and consummated our marriage. See?
Oh yeah, well yeah, we did that. And we had breakfast with our friends, so we didn't abandon them.
See? Had breakfast. Mm-hmm.
We decent people. And And then, next episode, how about we do the honeymoon part?
Okay.
Just as a
okay.
A continuation type thing.
Oh goodness.
But it was a good wedding process, and honestly, I thank the Almighty for Brit. I thank the Almighty for the venue that we got, because it wasn't in our plans to have that. We kind of wanted, I know, a New Orleans-ish type of wedding, but also we're not high maintenance. It is us is enough, so our family is enough, and so 200 people, we definitely expect that. But it was a good time, and I think everybody that came enjoyed themselves, and
we still get good reviews on our wedding.
We still got dances that we didn't even talk about, as far as people dancing there.
Oh my goodness!
And, also, and I refuse to not mention it. We had open bar. We them people. Mm-hmm. Open. We pay for that. Open bar.
The whole thing.
Because people. Oh yeah, and I mean the entire thing was. It was a great time. Let's put it like that. Mm-hmm. Just because we're.
Yes, people do not have any weddings without a full open bar.
We don't subscribe to non-open bar weddings. We just not those people. That's a part of the party. Anyway, anywho, and any last things you got, Paige? Paige, babe?
Regarding weddings, I wouldn't do the planning over again ever.
Ever. That's why I said shout out to Britt. Oh, Bicherie events.
Bicherie events.
Okay, okay. I couldn't remember her.
But all in all, I'm of course satisfied with the way everything turned out. And after you go through that process, you see where you like little stuff that I was crazy about. I didn't have to be. Mm-hmm. Oh, we didn't even talk about how it rained. And we almost had to have the ceremony inside, even though we paid an extra $1,000 to have an outside ceremony. Mm-hmm. But
that's because that's an almost. We talking about things that happen, girl. We ain't talking about fictitious stuff.
Yeah, I think that definitely closing remarks. If I could go back, I would be a more turned up Paige than my regular crazy Paige. And I don't know. I'm very grateful. I'm always very just grateful and thankful with the way things happen in our lives, and in our journey. It ain't for everybody, and that's what's special. It ain't
for everybody.
Yeah, that's what's special about it. It's ours, and so
it's not seconds or minutes.
Be quiet.
It's just hours.
See,
those are my dad jokes that I be.
That's why I went to sleep on you. Like I'm about to do right now.
Chill out, cuz. No, I thoroughly enjoyed our wedding. Mm-hmm. Our wedding story, our wedding lead up. I wouldn't have it any other way. And also we did mention you still having the pillowcase that I proposed at on that sofa.
Little raggedy sofa.
For that raggedy
sofa. I still have it.
But I think the Most High had us in mind. Mm-hmm. When in every step that we took in getting to us being married. I mean, it was a long journey. It was the lead up to it, the day of was a bit exhausting, but I think that was the point. It was kind of a test of you really want to do this? Yes. Mm. You see the, and not just the ring on the shirt. You see the ring on the finger. It's purposeful. It was meant. And
I don't think that there was any point during that time where I was just like, this is putting a strain on us.
No, it was never that.
Yeah, right. It was never that.
It was more of just putting a strain on it. Okay. All right, Steve. All right. This got to happen, right? Just get it done. That it was more of a strain on, okay, we all know that it has to, this is a purpose. We're trying to get this objective done. So let's make it happen. So, it was, I mean, the day of was a great time. The day before was a great time. I think the day after was a great time. as one might say. And even
I thought we couldn't get like that on the potty.
I just said it was a great time. That's all I said, Paige.
Oh, okay.
You brought up plenty of things on the potty already. I just said it was a great time. That's all I said. And so we'll bring up the honeymoon next time. We'll bring up how that led into the honeymoon process, and literally where we went from there. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
That was right after, right? Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the stage with us. Thanks for enjoying our little, stage talk. For a minute.
Memory lane.
Shout out, and hopefully you had a good time. All right. We'll see y'all next time on Taking the Stage. Paige.
Bye.
Have a good one.